And greetings, Earthlings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. That is the one thing that I can call you as viewers of this stream is Earthlings. Here I am. I am on Minecraft, the world of Minecraft, and this is one of the continents. And we have built a new town, Jalapari, and and I am the ambassador. Of course, I am a mob. I am a mermaid ambassador from the mermaid nation of Ta'ana. And this town has asked for a mermaid ambassador to make treaties with the other mobs, the skeleton nations, which control the zombies, young skeletons, and controls creepers, their pets, the Ender Nation, and the witches, which control spiders. And so all of those creatures are within the purview of Minecraft, the world of Minecraft. And then the Minecolonies world adds barbarians and various types of barbarians and pirates, which also the mobs, the mermaid mobs, they make treaties with. And this is why there is no fighting in this game. If fighting is what you're after, you need another person. You need to follow a different stream. However, what do you do when there's no fighting? What do you do in cities? What do you do with these massive, beautiful buildings that you have styles for and stuff like that? You do the same thing you do on Earth. You have people who live lives, and it's interesting. They solve problems, and we try and figure out what in the world is going on with everything. And so that is what we have. That is what we're doing. And yeah, it is, let's see what time of day it is here. It is nighttime. It is 9. It's after 9:30 at night. I'm holding a lantern. Sorry about that. I don't need to hold it in these areas. There's enough light. But I'm going to make it day by going to sleep the way we make it day on Earth. We go to sleep and we wake up and it's daytime. So I'm going to do that. It is 3 o'clock in the morning on the planet Earth, in the United States, the Midwest of the United States. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So that's the news, people. And now I'm actually going to show you some of the things that are happening here. I had 2 Twitch streams in the last couple of days. So if you are, it is May 5th. It is Cinco de Mayo, the day celebrating Cinco de Mayo in the United States, and in Mexico, I think they celebrate that. And if you are watching within that time period, and have a Twitch account, you can see what we did to solve some problems that we were having on the last YouTube stream. And one of them was that the builder Wade was not going over to build the outpost in a timely manner. And we spoke to the developer, and the developer is working on it. But we have a solution, and I'm going over and do that solution right now. And that is that I have to be over here in order for some of the work to be done, in order for him to come over in the morning. And so it is now, what time of morning? Let's see if I can see the time. It's good. It's early enough in the morning that we should be able to get him to come to here. If we can't, because we got out of the game and got back in, look, there he goes. I've started work. So this is the secret that I've discovered. If you're over here, they'll come over to you. And so you can see that he's done a lot of work here, and he's still working on it, and he's getting the materials that he needs to work on it. We've made sure that the rail works for him. We have this piece right here so that he will get on the train on the way back. Otherwise, he wants to walk down. He wants to walk back to town. It's like, I need to get in my steps. That's what he's saying. It's like, no, you don't have time to do that. So I find that I have to walk a portion of the way down the track in order to get him in the other town to respond to the fact that I'm in the area. And there he is. And so now he's coming. And so we're going to go back. And we have to go back in order to make sure that he's going to go the whole distance up to where he's working. And you can see on the map, there's a square on the map. That is the Outpost square. And there's his arrival. And now they say you don't have to have it on the last rail, but that's what worked for me. Oh no, he's going back now. All right, so he's going back and get some things that he needs. So he's doing that thing that they do sometimes where they come and they look and see what they need, and then they go back and get it. So we're going to go back with him for a moment. And we might not be back today because, as you can see, McKenna finished building a residence on the northwest side of the colony. I think she's working on her own house to build it up to a level 3. We're now in the position where all the houses are being raised to the level 3. Remember, we were holding off from doing that because of food. The new food system this is the very first, Jalapari is really the very first town that I have. It's already time, wow, to take a drink. Yeah, I'm going to take a drink of water, and I'm going to take it from the bottle today. From a water bottle. I did not get a chance. I have something in my cup sitting here, and I don't want to drink right just yet. I just want some water. Thank you. And so let's go and see what everyone else is doing. There's this is so interesting with Jasmine. Jasmine wants to be able to come down to the water. It's such an interesting thing that she does. She likes coming down to the water and looking at the river. And we have this little inlet here off of the Coconino River. Now the Coconino River, the Cherry Hills, where the village is on the other side, and that's what we're using as an experiment for the Outpost. But we have this range of mountains called the Cherry Hills right here, and on the other side live villagers. We do not have any other towns because we are not on a server, and we haven't made any other towns of our own yet in this, and we are testing because of a friend in chat who is acting as an ambassador to the villagers, Mr. Villager. We are testing connecting with a village, and that is so far going to work out. Now these fences here are fences to keep him from trying to walk over to the mountain. And when these fences went up, he then began to take the train over, the streetcar in the city and the train when it's outside of the city. And I see this right here. This is too far down. So I'm just going to fix this piece right here for a minute, because that's too far for them to fall. And we'll take this part right here where we can see that, and we'll just fill it in for a minute. It would change into dirt, but I'm just doing that right now. So I'm doing the thing that happens to me where I get distracted by things I see in the town, and I start doing something about them. So see this little area here behind the, this is the tavern, which is going to become the resort. And so we're not at the point where we want to do that yet until we actually have the outpost, at least the level 1 of the outpost built. Because doing the resort means going like we did with the shopkeep, with the shop right here. We went to the flatland and extracted the shop from the style that Trade Post has 3 styles, and we extracted it from one of the styles, I think the Hills style, in order to be able to use it in the original market. This is the original market that we have here from Minecolonies. And then because we were having problems with it, we built one of Trade Post's own. And then, Eli, yes, we were having problems. Now, you know that they don't have anything to sell. That's a curious thing. So they've sold every single thing that they had to sell. So I'm going to go to the warehouse and see. They were selling gold leggings and gold helmets, and they're no longer selling those. Uh-oh, we have a problem, Houston. Hold on for a second. There's someone in red in here. I'm hoping it's McKenna.
And potatoes? Can't get better than that.
And it is McKenna. And she needs a jack-o'-lantern. Okay. So, we know that we have a farmer who knows how to make jack-o'-lanterns. I have yet to have this farmer make one. So I think I'm just going to go down and check. Wait a minute. She said she was finished, but she started working on a different house. That's why she needs a jack-o'-lantern. Let's go up and let's at least tell her that somebody is working on it. Why don't we do that for a second? Hello, McKenna.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too. All right. So yeah. And look at her tools. We're gonna have to see. I think she's got some tools. She's doing okay. She has things. She just got delivered something. Look how much. Is that dirt? It sure is. McKenna, you have a lot of dirt on you. Did they deliver a pumpkin to you? Not yet. Okay. Let's get the warehouse to pick up this dirt. And so we're going to request a pickup so that they come and get the dirt, because she's got a lot. And look what time it is already. It's already 5. It's already almost 6 o'clock when everyone stops working. And we've done nothing. Let's look at McKenna and see what she's waiting for. She's waiting for the delivery of a blender.
Okay.
What I call a blender, a brewing stand. And it's supposed to be delivered to her. And so I could get her to ask for it again. Uh-oh. Look who we've got in the area.
Great to see you.
I'm going to get her to ask for this again. We're going to cancel the delivery and let her ask for it in the morning. She just went home to go to bed. And so what I'm doing just at the moment is just looking at the builders and what all the builders are doing. We're going to stay in town, which means that we're not going with Wade to the outpost. We'll do it every other day of their time to try and get this done. Let's see what he's working on. Whoa, how did you get so much? Wow, you have 4 things. That's a lot. That is a lot of stuff you're working on. That might be too much. You might feel stressed by that. This is cash, or he might feel invigorated. You know, I mean, some people like having their future planned, where they know exactly what they're going to do after each project, and they are having fun doing that. And so in the daytime, we're going to look at an almost entirely level 3 Old English mixed with Littleton, with Antique, and with Incan. Those are the major ones that we're doing. We do have a couple original pieces, OG, for the markets. And we're going to look at the work that we did yesterday on the university area, which is now, remember we were going to have a school district. We now have a university district that includes the children's school and housing for all the people surrounding the university and the sports center of the university and the like. We're thinking about putting in another university building. Now, it doesn't, if you put in another university building, you don't get more, it doesn't speed up your university stuff. It just doesn't. I'm just doing it to make the university seem more like a university. This is a tiny building with a library and a lecture hall and the main university office plus an apartment upstairs are all in this building right here. This is Old English's university building. And then here is the sports center for the university, the combat center in Minecolonies, that's what they call it, the combat. And as a part of the combat, we have the archery on this side, the archery, and on the other side we have what we're calling contact sports, and which is the combat academy there. And then this is what we worked on yesterday. We have decided to have an entertainment area in the university, and this entertainment area right here, we're putting it in because we didn't realize, but cake is a level 4. They don't start making cake until level 4. So if you want them to be happy, and happiness involves cake, where they have a circus and a festival and all sorts of entertainment like that, you can't do that now until level 4 because of the way the food is situated. Hold on. Which is fine. I don't mind that. So we put in this entertainment area here, and we put it in right away because I wanted to fit it into this section, and I was trying to figure out how it would work. So we used magic to grow trees really quickly in here, and these trees are grown. We planted saplings and grew them, and I'm really happy with the way they grew because they're perfect. The branches are at the level where the bedrooms are and where the library studying area is, and so any music or any events that are going on here are actually dampened by the tree line that we have here, so that they're not disturbed as much by it. And it's one of those kinds of things, when you have something in an area where you have housing, the best thing to do is to invite the people who live there so that they don't have anything to complain about. And so that's some of the stuff that we took into consideration. We decided to do the road. This is a different thing that we made. We decided to have one piece of the road come off of the dormitory and go straight out. And this is where I'd like to have another university piece. So we have one university piece here and one university piece right here. And then we're going to have housing in this area. So far we have 2 houses, and you can see no one's living in these houses yet. We have blocked off one of the volcanic, what do you call those? What do you call these? That's an interesting thing. Chimney. I'm going to call it a chimney right now. But we have 3 volcanic chimneys in, oops, there's a 4th. So we have 4 volcanic chimneys. The volcanoes that are over in this area are filled with water, so they're no longer working. This was a chimney here, and it's filled up with dirt, but this chimney is still here. And the two that we just saw that are beyond the border, I believe. I think the border has moved. This is something that happens with Minecolonies where the borders are not even. You don't have a square border. So see this whole section here? This part is not inside the border. This entire piece right here. So we would have to put some kind of building of some sort that would push this section of the border back. And in the same way that when we wanted to build this school inside this old church, we had to push the border back, and that's when we put up this guard tower right here. In actuality, we needed this guard tower here because there's nothing for, this is the ocean. Beyond those islands there is the ocean. And so this is sort of like the head of the river. And the Coconino River, this is the delta of the Coconino River going out to the ocean, and we don't have any security. So during the town councils, because I am not a ruler, during the town councils, they requested a tower be here, especially because the children's school is in this area, as a warning in case there was a breach of treaties. And we don't expect a breach of treaties any more than the United States expects a breach of treaties on its borders, but we do have some preparations for the possibility that that could happen, and that is what we have put up here. Now, a lot of the people who come and live in the towns that ask for an ambassador from the Mermaid Nation are druids, are magical people, druids, who aren't necessarily interested in fighting, and they know that this town is not going to be a fighting town. So we're looking at a piece that's being done here. Mr. Villager reminded us that we needed to have a restaurant in this area, dining hall in this area. We've done a weird thing with this dining hall. This is a Littleton dining hall, and we're going to have the service where the seating is in between these two buildings here, so that it's not, it could be on the street, but the problem was if it was on the street, it interfered with the street more than if we put the building facing towards this building. So what kind of view are they going to have? If they were on the street, they would see this house. If they're here, this is the dormitory right here. They're a little bit sheltered in here, and I kind of like the idea of that. We could have a road piece come right here. The road is actually going to be coming off of the school right here, and instead of talking about it right now, I'm actually going to put it in. I always want to make sure that the builders are doing something. So Cash just completed a residence, and McKenna completed a residence, and she's now working, she should be working on another one. Why did she ask for a pumpkin if she's not working on anything? Cash is working on some stuff. Let's come over here for a minute. I want to see why McKenna was asking for a pumpkin if she's not working on one. I've gotten warm, and I'm going to do that thing where I'm going to take off my sweater, and then I'm going to end up putting it on again in a little bit. Yahoo! Yay, Mr. Villager. It's nice to see you early. Doing okay. Doing okay. We've worked out a system for Wade to work on the outpost, and we're going to quickly do something. Apparently, see this guy here? There's nobody here. Where is he? Am I going to have to take him away? Let's come in here and see if he's in here. I don't see him. It's possible that he was on the roof of the cathedral. So the traders land weird. And if he, nope, I hear him. Are you still on the roof? Ah ha ha ha. Yeah. So he landed on the roof, and which I'm not pushing him off. Okay. And his other llama is down here. I'm not going to touch it. We'll just let him, when he goes away, they'll go away. We were headed towards McKenna to find out why in the world she's asking for a pumpkin when she doesn't need one. So I want to come up here and see. Wait, McKenna. Wait.
It's a fine day.
I will work on it. Let me cancel this. But she's also asking for stone bricks. What are you working on? Cancel. I'm going to cancel and let her ask for those again because we just got into the game. And I'm going to see what she's working on. And she is working on a residence. So she's upgrading one of the residences in Wade's area because Wade's working on the Outpost. So she's working on some residence in here. Yay! Everyone is asleep. Yahoo! Excellent. Okay. So we have also decided that this building is not going up any higher. This marketplace is going to be a level 2. We're going to have a couple places like that where that don't go up because I don't want the buildings. We're going to have an experiment to see about having a level 2, people who live in level 2 housing, even though they're working level 5 buildings. So their workspaces are level 5s, but their food is going to be a level 2. And I'm going to see if that allows us once again to have different levels of housing. Like for instance, I love this right here. Oh, there it is. That's where I put it. Okay. So I thought that I put it here and it got erased, but I put it here so that it would be someplace where it couldn't be erased. This is the bird feeder for Polly is sitting here, and Polly can come under that roof and she can get in the same way that birds make nests in the rafters of barns. This is essentially a barn here, and Polly can do that. Polly can come to that barn and get to her feeder. And let me look at her feeder for a second and see if there's anything here yet. So she hasn't collected anything in this area yet. And I haven't done anything with the torches in this area because they were still working on the level 3s. But I think all of these now are level 3s. This is a level 3. This is a level 3. This is a level 3, and that's sheep, pigs, and cows. All are level 3s, and the house is a level 3. The chicken farm is a level 3. So all the farms, ooh, look how pretty that looks. Wow. Look at that. Hold on. That's the back of the farmhouse looking like that. Isn't that gorgeous? It definitely looks like it needs curtains. But what's up beyond the outpost? I'm still working on the university area, and I'm going to look at some university pieces because I would like to have a second university building that comes off of this walkway right here, this dorm walkway right here, past the concert area, off of the coastline of the Coconino River. So that is one of the things that I'm going to do. Right now, we're going to go to sleep, and then we're going over, this is the day that we go back to the outpost and work on it, and then we'll come back and look tomorrow, the day after that, we'll come back and look at the university. Yeah, because we're getting it all set. So let's go down and sleep for a minute. We're still sleeping in the supply camp. I know that you can do elaborate housing for player housing. There's all sorts of beautiful player housing included with styles in Minecolonies. I just, as the ambassador, prefer living in the heart of town, and so I haven't taken any territory, taken any land to have a house, because the town is set up around the work areas that they have. Let's go quickly over to the outpost so that we can get him to start working. We have to hurry before they start their day, and so we're going to cut across the mountain and start over here, and that will get Wade to say he's going to work on this complex. So this is where we're at so far. There it is. And what Wade probably realizes is that if I had kind of had an idea, a better idea of where we were, I probably should have faced it this way so that the rail went through the mountain here. Because this is the shortest part right here, and then was out on the other side, and maybe came along on this side, but I don't care now. We didn't do that. So we're just going to go ahead and stay here. Now, if he doesn't start work on the building today, we're going to have to restart him. And that's the best way that I've found to do it, is to just go ahead and restart him. So right here, the rare finds are going on, and cash, nobody's started work yet. So the people in town aren't going to work because I'm here. There he goes. Dun, da, da, da. Okay, so I'm here, and Wade is now saying he's coming. So now I have to go over to here, and I do this because I have not found it to work any other way. That if I stay there, it doesn't guarantee that he's going to come. But if I come part of the way through the tunnel, he will come this way. And this is about where I usually am when he decides to come. So we're going to see, and it might just be me being impatient, but I prefer to, and I don't want to take the chance of that. Turbo the track? No, I don't think you can. So I had an experiment about the track, and I think it interferes with the Minecolony people, and I cannot get anyone on Discord to respond to that question. So I think it's an old question, and everyone's supposed to know about it already, but I don't think I could. If I had thought about it, what I could have done is put in a separate track for myself, and that's what I would suggest to people. Put in a separate track for yourself, because there is a double track. Really? You're just putting in a single bed and then going back? Wow. Okay. These are some of the things that I don't usually notice because I'm not waiting on a single builder to do something. That I don't notice that this is something that they do, that they go back and forth between their workshop. Yay! The alchemist laboratory is finished in the mystical site at level 3. She was waiting for a brewing stand, which was made by Giovanni, the mechanic, and was delivered by the couriers to Maisie so that she could finish. And that's how everything gets made in Minecolonies, is that the makers make things, the couriers deliver them, and the builders use them to build the buildings that we need. Now, the fact that he's going back at this time of day where he's done one thing, I think I'm going to go with that. I think I'm going to do that. So the entire cathedral, we're going to check one more building. Music studio. Good morning, music studio. How are you? Welcome, welcome. The entire cathedral, I think, is now level 3. I want to check. We'll just go through it for a moment and see. Yay! So let's come here. And let's go to here. Vincentius. Vincentius. I might need you. I have a person who's doing something in chat, and I might need you for just a minute. We'll see what happens here. She still needs a pumpkin, and we'll look. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure what you're doing, music studio. I imagine that you're singing, but at this particular point, I might have you not be here. So, see what's happening? Yep, he's spamming. Vincentius is coming in. And just for a second. You feel threatened? It's just music, but it's definitely spamming. So we are sorry, music studio. I was actually happy to see you because we're musicians too. But yep, nah. We appreciate, your enthusiasm, but unfortunately we're not having it. So, okay, so I think we might have to block him or something if he's going to insist on doing that over and over. And okay, thank you, Vincentius. And all right, so that was an interruption. Yeah, that was very strange. We came over to see something. And the alchemist, thank you. Okay, so she's saying she doesn't have anything to do right now. So let me come here and let me look at, and as a matter of fact, she doesn't. So we're going to have her Maisie start on the dining hall. I know, it's very odd. It was very odd, but it's not uncommon. It's not uncommon on YouTube. It's just rare for me because things like that don't happen often. All right, so let's see. Thank you, Vincentius. Thank you for that. What am I looking at here? We're going to have, I don't know that she and he can work on this area at the same time. Let's see. He's already started. This is a level 1. Okay, good. So this is the level 1 of this. So let's have her do the level 1 of the dining hall. And, oh, no, Josiah's working on the dining hall. Okay, so she doesn't have anything to work on here. Let's go into look at this. Let's go into the crypt. The cathedral has a crypt. We're going to go in, and there's Cairo. And Cairo is I know this is a level 3, but we're going down here to see if this is a level 3. This is the excavation of the old ancient nether portal. And look at that beautiful thing. Isn't it gorgeous down here? And what level is this? We have a guard here, And this is a level 3. So we are at a full level 3 in the cathedral. The entire cathedral is a level 3. If we go up here, we'll see that the alchemist is also a level 3 now. Hello. And here she is, Mallory. Yay! Mallory is here. And she's got the place lit up with torches. And she is not a level 3. So we are going to have Maisie bring her up to the level 3. And that will get rid of the torches in this area and give her more books, another brewing stand, and make her the last piece that is up to level 3. And Vincentius, Mr. Villager is talking to you. Mr. Villager is saying hi. And so this is her in the choir loft. That's usually the choir loft. Well, actually, no, the choir loft is usually up here. This is usually where the choir loft is in a cathedral. It would be up here. And it could still be here in between this part right here. If we put in a floor, now the people live in this area, but if we put a floor in right here, we could have a choir loft be in that part of the cathedral. And what's he doing? I think he's looking now, Mr. Villager. And then Genesis is here. And this is a level 3, and the hospital's a level 3. So that took care of our day. And she's going to work on the alchemist, and the alchemist will be the last level 3 in this area. That would be cool, wouldn't it? A bowing emote, that would be neat. So during the night right now, since it's not raining and doing anything, I want to look at university buildings for a minute and think about what we can, an extra university piece that we can put here. The Littleton University piece is another small university. And I don't know that I necessarily want it to be this small. We're going to look, but we might have to, because everyone else's universities are massive. And so we're going to look for a second at the university piece, which is this piece right here, level 5. So it would make another small university. There's the top, and this is all that it is. So it doesn't have a library or school or anything. It's just another building for where people work. And we already have a library in this university, and we have a library in the town hall. We don't have any bookstores yet. We'll probably put one in the farm district. But we could use this building because it is tiny. But I want to see, just for a moment, one of the medievals and see how big. Let's look at War Minecraft. I don't think I've ever looked at their university. And this is War Minecraft's university. Wow, it's really modern. Yeah, nah, I don't think we're going to do this one. This is pretty intense. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So it looks like a library and a university. Did I click on university? Yeah, I did. Wow, I had not seen that before. That's intense. All right, so no, let's switch back, and Shire is going to be, I think, underground. I don't think there's a university piece for Shire editions. There is not. So let's go back to, we're not going to do tropical. We know that Byzantine is a monster. Dark Dust is too dark. And we just looked at war, aquatica's underwater, steampunk. I don't know what it looks like. I don't remember what it looks like. But here it is right here, and it has the library pieces. You can see the school piece right there, and the library is probably on this side. Let's look at the level 5. Looks like this. I don't know. I think that's interesting because it's so narrow. I think it's really kind of cool looking. But I don't actually know how I feel about that. So we have an area here for the library to be expanded. We have the school area that we saw. So we have another lecture hall. This is what the entrance looks like for this area here. And at level 5, it comes up into this area where they have classrooms. But this is the level 5 that I'm looking at. So it's probably that the schoolhouse and all make a different look for this. I don't think I want to do this. And so we'll go back. So we're looking ancient Athens. I don't want that stone in this build. And then we have Vincentius and Mine. And Shire Additions, Christmas Colonies. This is Trade Post. And now we're back to here. The Colonial and Caledonia are probably going to be the two that I'm going to want to see. Let's look at Colonial for a second. Colonial has a tendency to be pretty modern. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to do that or not. So let's come here. Look at the university and look at that underground section. Wow! And yes, so this is what happens. So we would end up with a building like this. This is the new Colonial. And if this was our first building, this would be fine. But look at the size of this thing. Whoa! Wow, so this is practically a cathedral in itself. And I'm not sure I necessarily want it to be quite this big, but hold on. Okay, you'll be back soon. All right, no worries. And so I'm going to say no to that. That's Colonial. And then the other one was Caledonia. So let's look at Caledonia. I just met your big boy. I don't know what you mean by that, but hold on for a second. And so let's come here and let's turn. Let's go back and let's look at Caledonia for a second. Now switch back. Caledonia. And there it is, Thaler, and let's look at his university. I don't think we did a university, a Caledonian. We did a Caledonian hospital, but I don't think we did the university. Level 5, wow. So at level 5, it's going to look like this. That's pretty big. You go in this way and you have all this area, and you go upstairs, you have areas where people lectures and teaching areas here. That might be a school, it might be the library, and then from out, and so a lot of this is just rafters. That's the entire building right there. And this thing on top is just decoration mostly. Do we have a higher upstairs? We do not. So essentially it is this main area here and this downstairs area with the dean's office and special collections right here. And over here on this side is places where people are. I don't know. It has no attachments. And yeah, look at the size of this piece here. And look at how high up it goes. So it's meant to kind of be like a cathedral. If it was sitting on the ground on this corner, it would look like that. Let's sit it down on the ground for a second. One. It would be sitting here like this. Let's push it back. And it's too big actually to sit here. It's sitting in a way that if we put the front door where this is, it would be out in the water. Because we want the front door to be right here, kind of like this. It would be here like this, and is that? This is not the front. That's not a door. I thought that was, but it's not. There's the doorway. Let's raise it up one. So the door would be here like this, and it would sit here like this. So part of it's not a lot, but enough is on the waterfront. Sitting here on the water. Let's see what that looks like. You would suggest original. Let's look at OG. And let's see. It's big, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, even in comparison to the cathedral, it's really big. Let's try OG for a second. Original. Minecolonies right here. And let's look at education, and let's look at the university. And there's the university at a level 1 and the level 5. I think that's interesting. But it spreads out too far. We don't have enough room here for it. You're right. It's not bad. It's not bad. It would be curious. It has a clock tower. Interesting. It actually has a clock tower. So it would be sitting here like this, except it is too wide to sit in this location that we have. So we are probably going to do the Littleton one. We've looked at Littleton already, but we'll look just for a moment at... I just want to check a couple more. Just want to check one more. We know what the universities are like for medieval. They're huge. They're huge. And that's the original that we're looking at right now. And let's look at Nordic for a second. I haven't looked at a Nordic university in 1,000 years. Wow. That's the level 5 of a Nordic university. Oh, I see. Because it's facing the wrong way. Good gracious. Let's turn it this way. Where's the door? It's not on that side, so it is actually on this side. And I guess it's... Wait, what? Yeah, nah. So, it just looks... It's too raw. And it would really need the spruces for it to look right, because it is very raw looking. A little bit too raw for what we have going on here, where we actually have stripped We're using a lot of stripped wood in this area. To have an old-fashioned building like this, I just can't find a door. Let me see here. Is it down too low? Oh, no wonder I can't find a door. It is that tall. Wow. I have to laugh. That's intense. That is absolutely intense. Good gracious. Yeah, no, it's too big. Okay, so let's see a couple more right quick. We did look at Colonial, I thought. We looked at Caledonia. Did I look at Colonial? Hold on. I'll just have to look at it again. Oh yeah, it was the one that had that underneath part and this monster building. Yeah, so it's another one of those that's really huge. And we know the medievals are big, at least that is my recollection of the medievals. Let's switch to medieval. I'm not going to do it that way. MED. Let's look at a birch one. The university level 5. Ooh. Look at this. Ooh. Let's find the entrance. I think I am on the entrance side. This is most interesting. So the entrance is where? Did I miss it again? Ah, through these arches. Ah, look at this. Okay, so you come in through here and you come down these stairs, and there's all these little areas here. There's a little garden section here. This looks like some sort of like meeting area. We've got that's a school. So we've got a school thing going on right in that little part. And up here, we have classrooms, and there's stuff going on in this room. Let's come over. Oh, I love the flags. And then we've got stairs, and over here, this looks like some sort of balcony area there. We have floors there. Does it look like something's supposed to come off of there? This is interesting. And it's in the right colors and stuff. It just has a lot of, who is this? This is medieval. Switch for a minute to medieval for a minute. Yeah, this is Carl Ansor. Carl Ansor and Luna, they both kind of have that sensibility. I don't think I want this. So let's look one more, and then we're just going to end up with Littleton. We're going to end up with another Littleton. I don't know why I've been having trouble. I've been having trouble talking. It's like I need to exercise my mouth in some kind of way. Because I've been having trouble talking. So we saw the medievals, the Shire. Sandy and decorations. The Shire, that's it? Oh, Hive. Okay. Frontier. One last one. Let's look at antique. And let's look at the university for antique, and let's look at the level 5. Wow. Okay. So we can see that this is massive. And is that my imagination? Whoa, have I never looked at this building? I have never ever looked at the university. Look at this. Look at this entertainment center here with a stage and everything. That's beautiful. Now we know that Fortress has one of those kinds of things in the university. This is nice. This is amazing. So we have all sorts of classrooms going on in different areas. I'm going through the walls to look at classrooms on this side. And then on this side we have enchanting and alchemy and mechanics and things on this side of the building. This is massive and really well thought out. And having the theater. And what's really nice about this theater is it has a backstage area, which is really cool. Actors. I'm going to have to build something with this. I really am. Look at this. Props on this side and actors on this side, which is really, really nicely done. And then the stage itself, they can come out, which is why actors are on this side. The stage can come out here, and Romeo and Juliet balcony here, and people sitting. That is tempting. That is so tempting. But we've already given ourselves this entertainment center, and we're going to use it as the stage where little plays and things can be done and stuff. And oh my gosh, it actually has a telescope. I did not realize that. This is antique, having this telescope here. And of course it is. It's Greek. Of course it does. It's Greek. It is Greek, and they're serious about their education, just like we are. Okay, so I'll remember that for the future, but for this little town that we have here, I believe that we have seen everything. We just came back. What is that? That is the University for Antique. And it is massive. No, I didn't either. I don't know what I expected, but I never thought that it was that. And it includes a theater and everything. It's really including a telescope and a theater. And so it is pretty intense. And that's the level 5 of it right there. The level 1, it really sort of looks like a modern. It looks way too modern for antique. But this is it right here. I could maybe do it. I know. I didn't realize it looked like this. Wow. It doesn't have a roof at this level. This is level 1, 2. How strange. It doesn't have a roof at those levels. I guess Greece doesn't have the weather or something. They don't need to. I don't know. That is something I had not seen. And okay, I've looked at them all, so I might as well look at Byzantine here and see. And sure enough, it's a huge thing. It's as big as the cathedral. And let's see what it includes. But the gardens are gorgeous. Oh my goodness. This is Byzantine. Oh, they have one of those things. Now I remember looking at this before. What is the name of these? An orrery. I think it's called an orrery, where they have the planets all in their orbits, and they show them. That's what that's supposed to be. That is really cool looking. And then this is intense. So there's another full library right here. And then upstairs, we have lectures on this side, and over here, we have smaller areas, smaller classroom areas. And here, this looks like school. It is school. And things like that. Yeah, an orrery. Yeah. That is really quite something. Let's look at the level 1. What's interesting is the way it's situated. Look how this would all be on the riverside, and it's too big. Hold on, I'm going to go to sleep for a second because I need to be able to see the river. I can use the dorm, and it started raining, so we might as well go ahead and go in here for a minute. I'm going to come up here. No one's using this bed, so we'll go to sleep for a second. So we can see that our builders are working on stuff. Wade's the only one who isn't. And I just came up the stairs here, didn't I? Yes, I did. So it is now daytime, and they'll wake up in just a minute. I just want to see how big this is. Let's turn it this way and see how, I want to see how far into the river it goes. Ah, that's a shame. That is quite a thing. Well, we'll remember that for some other time. We don't have any place to put that. I'm not interested in redesigning this whole area to fit this in, because what I think I would have to do is have it come all the way to here, which means that there isn't enough area for a road. See, it's overlapping on that side. So we're not going to worry about it this time. We're going to do a Littleton University piece. And you said to look at Incan. Incan's going to be too much outside, and we will have looked at practically all of them at that particular point. But let's look at the university. And yeah, Incan is going to look like that. And then Incan's very difficult. Sometimes I think it's like jungle, the jungle pieces. The jungle and like the tree houses. And tropical is definitely on stilts, and we don't want it. And so one more. I know that the one for the desert savanna, the savanna one and the desert one are huge, and they're very specific as far as that's concerned. We looked at colonial, Space Wars, and urban birch is going to be super modern. Desert oasis, caverns underground, and that's everybody. So I know what this one looks like, but just to show for a minute. Hello, where'd it go? Ooh, a community college. Ooh. So here's the university. This is the university at level 1, and at level 5, it looks like this. So it's a huge complex in the same way as the other one is, in outside areas, and that's beautiful. We're doing this kind of on our own. See how they have these separate different buildings here? This is kind of what we're doing in this area on our own. And Urban Savannah has it done like this. However, the community college building looks like it could be a library area. We have some labs. This looks like an extension. Lost Mesa, the Incan one, Let me look at that. Hold on for a second. I'm going to come back to Urban Savannah, that community college piece, because that is interesting. Lost Mesa. Let's look at it. Select university, and university. Oh, it's this one. We have this one. Oh, I haven't built this one in ages. I think I built this one the very first time when this style appeared, and it's a little bit too deserty, too Incan, but it is beautiful. I think the community college is going to be the one that we're going to do, and that is Urban Savannah. Let's look at Urban Birch for a second. The university, and it's pretty modern looking. Wow. Goodness sakes. Hold on for a second. I think it might be a little bit too modern for the houses that we have, but let me see. I know that they built these kinds of buildings, and it might be too big. Yeah, look at that. Wow. That's Urban Birch. That building. That's intense. And I already know it's too big to fit on the land, but let's look at the community college in Urban Savannah for a minute and see if I can fit it on the land. University, the community college, level 5, and let's see how thick it is. This is the building that we need to put here. And yeah, it is. It's huge. It's practically cathedral in its expansion. Let's bring this down on the ground. And that's close, and then let's put it here, and let's see how it works. There's a mailbox at this end, so this is the main entrance here. Now, because it's Urban Savannah, it's hot there. The weather is hot, and notice that the building is open, a little bit more open. This hallway area here is more open than we might want, but let's see if it's too thick to go here. Let's bring it down so that the corner of it is right where the theater part is. So it would sit here like this, on this part right here like this. And let me see what that looks like. So do you think that's too modern? Do you think it's too weird looking? I mean, schools have a tendency to be weird. Yeah, it was. It definitely was huge. It absolutely was. Could make this side come right to here and have that bush piece be a part of this part here. They'll take it away, but we can put it back later. And it would sit here like this. And it's sitting off. Is it sitting off the land? It is not. There it is, sitting right on the coastline like that. I know, and I know what you mean by kinda too. I kinda do also. The whole back is open, and I'd really need to close that part in, not have that be open on that side. And for it to sit here, I'd have to put it right in the middle. This is a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's looking like 6. It can't be 6. Hold on. Let me get this for a minute. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's a 4. And this is a 3 right here, which is always fun, doing those together. Yeah, I know, but what acacia? I know. All right, so after all of that, we are going to do the Littleton one. So let's return, and let's return, switch back, and let's go to Littleton. And we're going to do the Littleton University. So let's go to education. Now, there's a separate library. There's the separate library building right there. Level 5. That looks like that. And the library on the inside looks like this. And they're all so tiny. I don't want it. I don't want to do that. I'm in trouble. Yeah, I don't like the university. Let's go back to the university for a minute. The university itself, level 5, would look like this. I'm at a loss. I really am at a loss. I don't have anything that really fits. The community college building is the only one that I have that's going to work. Level 5, so I can see how it's going to fit here. Back to where it belongs, which is right here. And let's put it down in the ground and bring it to here. So I want that walkway, so it would be here like this. I'm going to have this one. Maybe I don't need another university. There is one other alternative. Switch. There is another alternative. Let's go to Colonial OG, original. Original and original education. The library and original. Let's turn it this way. Looks like this. This is actually what I want. This is actually what I want. Look at that. Look at that. I actually want that. Look at that, Mr. Villager. It fits perfectly. And let's look at it on the land, how much it's on the land. It's coming to the same place as the others were. I think it's a little bit off. Ugh. It's too big and it's off a little bit. But I prefer this one. And we'll just have to expand. Let's go to sleep for a minute so I can look at that. It does. It looks the best, doesn't it? I keep leaving that door open. I'm sure Tatiana loves that. I'm leaving the door. Well, you want a retaining wall. And yeah, when you think about it, that's probably what we would have to put there. A wall right behind this, because we would be sitting it right here. And we'd have to have some kind of wall on this part of the river right here, for where that is. But I'm willing to put it here for this building, whereas I didn't want to do the others. So see, it would be sitting here like this on the river. We could use one of the walls from let's look and see what that looks like from here. So they don't really have a view out. They kind of do, out onto the water. They have some water views. They definitely have a water view from the top. This is the one that we want. This library piece. So we'll use this one as a continuation of it. So let us do this. Let's do sign a builder. And let's see where that is. It's right there. So all of this right here underneath, I need a section to come out here. She's only going to build from this level, one block down from here. And how many blocks do we have? Let's use placeholders for a minute. Placeholder. Yeah, that's going to be the best, or best bet. So let's put a placeholder here and see what we're talking about. 1, 2, so it's 2. So starting from right here, see this part right here? Starting from right here, let's put one here, and going all the way across to this area right here. So straight across here, we need to put in ground. So let's come here and let's do, I'm going to put gravel in. So let me get a scan tool. And let's pick this as the top right there, and let's go all the way over to some side over here and pick this as the bottom. I'm doing it the opposite way, but I'm going to pick this as the bottom right here, right over here. And let's see what we've got. So we've got this entire section right here that we're talking about filling in with gravel right in this section here. So let's get gravel. And then we'll see where the wall is going to go after that. So let's come here. And in all this whole place, where there's air, we're going to put gravel. And where there's water, we're going to put gravel. So let's show resources, and let's replace the air with gravel. Place, and there we go. So we can see it falling into place. And let's replace the air with gravel. And replace, and it's still falling into the river areas. And let's replace, let's see how much more gravel we need. Well, I think I'm good. I think I want this whole area to be graveled right here. So let's replace the air with gravel again. I'm gonna cough. Hold on. No wonder I was gonna cough. I actually needed to and replace. Let's see how much is there. Having this come down like that actually kind of makes a nice coastline looking look there, doesn't it? So even though that's straight underneath, this part isn't. I kind of like that. Let's replace the grass with gravel. Replace the grass, short grass, replace it with either gravel or dirt. I'll replace it with gravel for right now. And that takes care of all of that. So now it's this level right here, and this is fine. And I can fill in the rest. So let's X this, and let's remove these two pieces right here and replace them with gravel. And in this part right here, I'm just going to fill this in with gravel, just sort of almost like the coastline is coming in this section right here. And then we can put in concrete, we can put in road. There's supposed to be road there, so, and we can fill all that part in, but for right now we can just do this and bring this whole section in. And then she can work, we can have Maisie work on this. Builder, the build options, builder is going to be Maisie, and build the building. So she's working on something right now when she gets done. Why am I putting in gravel? Because it's easier because it kind of allows me to have this, which is actually really nice right here, and we'll see what it looks like when we get done. And we can put in wall pieces underneath when we see how far out the building comes. We'll put in wall pieces in the areas where we need to bring this back just a little tiny bit, make it not so square on that side and also on this side. Bring this part in here, there's that, and bring this around and have it be here. So that's what that side looks like of that area. And the building is going to be sitting right there, nice and big. So if we widen this enough for an actual ship to come through, right now this doesn't look wide enough for ships, but if we did that, that's what we would get. Let's look here and see what we've got. Wait, did I just throw that away? I sure did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's get a shovel. A shovel. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 64. So that's 64 clay. Let's make that go away, and let's come and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. And there's 20 more. And that's what rivers are for. That's what rivers are good for clay. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3. 53. I'm going to get another 64. 53. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's all we need is the second one, clay. And so we've got that. And so we just found those two off the coastline, and we're going to put them right there like that, so that this is sitting on something. She can take it away if she wants. And then we can bring the road piece over. The sun is setting. The sun just set, and we saw people going home. And this is where we're at. Now, the interesting thing is that is savanna, urban savanna, which means it's made out of acacia. And so we're going to have this building made out of imported wood. And the wood is going to be imported from Arnarluk, because Arnarluk has huge arbories. Arbory? Is that what it is? Arbors? For growing trees. And acacia doesn't grow well here. Palm, the jungle trees don't grow well here. We're only growing dark oak, birch, oak, and spruce here. All the others are being imported. And that is the way we like to do our towns. That our towns, like on Earth, are dependent on other locations, other biomes, other locations for certain things. And so all the acacia wood is going to come in from somewhere. And right now, we would almost have to have it that right now we're just going to have, I don't know whether you know that in the United States that logs, maybe they did it in Europe too. Let's turn on a light here for a second. In Europe too, that on rivers they used to cut down trees, bind them together, and float them up the river to manufacturing places above the river. So they didn't put them on anything. They just used the wood itself and floated the wood up. And I think that's how we're going to get the acacia here. That's what we're going to say is the way the acacia is arriving at this point right here for the builder to work with. We could almost put another carpentry shop in this area just to make it that that's who's doing it. It's so much wood, and we have so much wood in these areas that having a third carpentry shop would make sense in the school area for that building alone. We have a forester, we have a tree farmer, but we don't need a farmer so much as we need a mill. And we have the tree farmer here. Let's show this tree farmer for a second. Let's come down here and let's look. This is the kind of thing that we're talking about. So this is an original, I believe. And let's look and see. Build options. Yeah, this is an OG tree farm that has this area right here like this. We could build a second one of these over there, or we could find another one. So that's OG. Old English looks like this, and the sawmill is included in the builder's shop. And so I don't want those two. I don't think there's a separate one. So let's look for a second. Let's see what I have here. Let's go to this and go here, and let's look for a second at, I might have to come out beyond these buildings because they're going to interfere. Let's come out over the water here for a second and look. And this is what happens to us. So Old English doesn't have another type of, this is agriculture, and this is crafters, and this is wool workers, mechanics, stoneworkers, storage. And in this area here, let's look at fundamentals. We have forestry, and we have the forester's hut. Let's see, where am I? Oh, where did it put it? Oh, way over there. Okay, which is what we have. That's what I thought. Okay, so we'll X that. Let's come over here. So we're not going to have it in Old English, but we might have it in one of the others. Let's look at medieval for a minute. Let's look at medieval birch, and let's look for forestry. The forester. This is an alternative lumberjack. Let's look at the alternative for a second. And let's look at the level 5 and let's see what it looks like. Alternative level 5. This is good. This almost works. There's just not enough stuff here. This looks too small almost for it, although we might just go ahead and do that and have it face down here, have it be right on this coastline. See where the coast is? So we could have it be right here on the coastline where the wood is going to be, and we can put a house for them in this area. I like that. Let's just look one more. Let's look at fortress. Oh, that's an alternative. This is the actual lumberjack. No, that's the alternative. Let's look at the lumberjack, which then looks like this. This is what we want. So this is what we're going to put here. Let's look at the level 1, 2, 3. So this is where we would be up to. And even though we're doing it in birch, the wood is actually going to be acacia that's going to be on the inside of this. And we'll sit it right at this waterfront here. So let's come down here. Is there a bed? There was never a bed. Oh, but there, I did put one in. Interesting. That's me putting a bed in there. Let's go in here and let's go up. I like that the door closes after me when I come in here. And let's go to sleep. Wait, I have something in my hand. Let's wake up. Wake up? No, wake up. Did I just wake up? Is it morning? Did I sleep with those? Yeah, I did. I slept holding the wand all night. I like that. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. We're talking about having this building right over here. Now, do we want it to be this color, this light color in this area? Or should we have it be spruce? We've got a lot of spruce going on, a lot of oak. So let's switch to spruce. That's medieval, MED. Let's switch to oak for a second. And let's go and let's get carpentry, and that's a sawmill. That was alternate sawmill, level 5. Looks like this. On this one. Oh, I like that. This one's different. Was I doing a sawmill or a forester? Let's get the forester for a minute. An alternate lumberjack. Looks like that. Okay, yeah, I was doing the lumberjack. The interesting thing that I like about this is because it's up, it's, let's bring it down here for a second. Let's X here, and let's touch here, and let's go to the lumberjack, the alternate one, and let's just stick it on the ground right here. Level 5, alternate, level 5. So this is where the wood would be. Let's come here. Why is there so much ground underneath? Does it have an underground space to it? It doesn't. Does it have an underground space in here? It doesn't. Okay, good. So it would be sitting on the coastline like this. Sitting on the coastline, and we could, this is the guard tower right here. We could have it sit right in between the two buildings. Sit right here. It's a little close to the university for the noise it's going to be making. So I think I'd like it to sit closer into this area. Like just sit right underneath this guard tower right here. At the mouth of the river. So from here, how's the wood getting out? There's no place on this side for the wood to be transported. So it would have to, no, that's not going to work. Let's switch to this one, level 5 for a second. This one's better because it has a place. Let's raise this up so we can see it. So it has a place where we can see the wood coming out on all the different sides. Let's see what's up here. This is an office. This is the workshop part. And I think that one's going to work better. Let's turn it this way so that a portion of it is facing out in that direction. What are these buildings? Is this spruce? Isn't that spruce? No, it's dark oak, strip dark oak. Wow. Okay. And that's oak and spruce. And this would be oak like this, and brick. And let's move it down for a second and see. So right here on this part of the land right here, with this facing this way. So we could imagine that the wood is coming in off of the waterfront and is being collected and is being floated in off the waterfront and is being collected here and is here. How close? I wish I could get this to come on. That building's on, and I can't get this building on. But I think this is okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. So let's see, the level 1 is just going to be this sitting here. And I think this has to be built first, so that we have this section right here. They're going to take away a little part of the hill. We'll bring it back if necessary. So even though we have her starting this, cancel, we're going to have her build this first, because where's the wood coming from? And that's what I'd like to justify, that the wood is coming from here. Assign a builder, and we're going to assign her to build this. Build options, the builder is Maisie. Build the building. And she's going to come out here and build the forester out here. This is a forester. And the forester out here is just going to be stripping. doing stripping work out here. I see this back here. I think I'm okay with it. I think I have to be. Yeah, maybe I would bring this part down back here a little bit. Bring this part down. This is awfully tall, right in this area. That's still 2 right here. That's why I want to bring this back, right in this part right here. Just putting some of this down in here. Now these aren't going to grow back because they're not connected to anything, so we'll just leave that part for now. So we have the house here, and we did bring it back on the house side, but we still have this part on the cathedral. On the church side, this is a church that's turned into a school, and we apparently have carved out a portion of this hill, and I want it to look like it was there. You would add a backyard to it. A backyard to the church, right here. Yeah, it probably does need a little bit of a backyard here, I agree. If you're talking about this. Then there is room. Let's look at this for a second. Yes, look at the border. Wow, we pushed the border back far in this area. Yep, for a sandbox. Yeah, I agree. I think we can do that. Here's one of the volcano. This was all pretty volcanic over on this side. Let's look at something for a second. And let's look at medieval. And let's just select spruce for a second. Look at decorations, miscellaneous, and we don't have anything. So I think it's fortress that has all the FORTRE has a lot of park areas in decoration. Let's look at decoration, miscellaneous, market pieces. There's a playground. So here's a playground section right here, which is very sweet. Look at this beautiful little playground area here. Look at that. I don't know that we can put that in. It's going to take a lot of stuff. I'd almost kind of, and look, we'd have to close this, but I'd have to see how far down in the ground. So this is the level right here. Let's look here and see where this stuff is. So this would be down to here. That's the walkway right there to enter this area, coming off of this part right here, and we need it to come off of right here. So they would be coming out of, we would make it so that, see where this is right here? We'd make it so that there was a walkway here that went out and led to this yard in the back. I think it's good. Let's raise it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think that's that big in the way that it's fitting there. I think that's actually kind of nice. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should bring it right at the same position that it was at. So we have bushes right here. We can take them away. And this would take a while to dig out. If we do this, someone's going to start building this. Whoever is available is going to start building it, unless we assign a builder. Assign a builder. Let's assign Josiah to build this. Build the building. So that means that after he does the level 1 of the dining hall, he's going to build that underground. So we'll see what happens when he starts digging that part out. So we've got some long-term projects going on in that area in preparation for children and schools and education, higher education. Josiah's right here. And I think he is working on the dining hall. And then he has the playground. He's upgrading a residence. He's probably upgrading his residence. He only has 16 blocks left to upgrading his residence. And let me see what it is. Flower pot, an oak sapling. He shouldn't have any problem with that. And some pieces that he needs. But he's halfway through. So we'll wait. We'll just be patient and let him get to the point where he will make that playground after he finishes the dining hall, which is right here, level 1. And she is going to start working on the wood, and she's going to build this up to a level 3 before she starts working on the extension of the university, this building right here. So that's how that's going to work. And so she's going to start working on this. She's going to square off a section in here. We'll have to fix it later, but that is going to have lots of dirt. We might have to get rid of some dirt. Let's see how much dirt we have in the warehouse already. It's interesting that we can't make anything out of dirt. And what I mean by that is we can't use dirt to get something else except mud or things like that. Let's sort the warehouse for a second, and then let's look here and let's see how much dirt there is. Oh, there it is. It was right on the top, 6,000. When it gets up to 7, so long as it doesn't go over get into double digits. When it gets into double digits, we can't have it. So we don't have anything in double digits yet. We have a fair amount of garlic, which is good. So if we need to grow something else, we could at this point grow it and then come back to growing garlic. I'm just going through the entire warehouse for a second to look for thousands. And we've got thousands of oak leaves, so we have plenty of stuff that we can put into compost. And we have a lot of copper. Let's look for gold for a second. We don't have a lot of gold. We have 16 helmets and 15 leggings. Why aren't these being delivered to the... Let's come over here and let's find where they are. Looking for an indicator. There it is. Let's take these to the shops. We'll have one be a hat shop and the other be a clothing shop. So we'll take these out. Is that gravel? It sure is. And hold on for a second. And let's put this in here. I'll just have to resort later. Let's put this here. Let's put this up here. And then we can put these two here. And I'll take this away for a minute. That there. Let's look at the leggings. We have room. We can take the leggings out and look for the other leggings. This is what the shops are going to sell. And we have 11 more somewhere else. We'll look for the indicator on the floor. And there it is. Okay, so we found where the other leggings are. And they're back here. And sure enough, there they are. So we don't have enough room, so let's go to the backpack. And let's take these and put them here for a minute so we can get all of them and give them to the shopkeep. And this is what they're going to be selling for a while. And then we'll find something else for them to sell. But for now, they can sell this. So we're running through the dark. And it is 3 in the morning, almost, well, actually it's 4 o'clock, so it's a couple hours before sunrise. We can see the moon setting, and we'll make this the hat shop. So we'll put all of these in here. So you put them into the chest, and then they put price tags on them, which is why you put them in the chest. And now we can come over to here, and let's go to the backpack first, and let's take the 8 down and put them in, and then put all of them in here. And that's good use of gold. And right now we have 283,000. We actually need 3 gold coins, and I'm going to request them through the post box here. Gold coin. No, coin. C-O-I-N. And there they are. So we need 3 gold coins, I believe. Why don't we get 10 gold coins? 10 gold coins. So we're going to request 10 gold coins. And there we go. So that means we need 80 trade coins. So now we have a new system where we can take from here, instead of going ding, 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 which is what we were doing before, going ding, 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 we can actually key in a number. So we're going to key in 80, and it's morning, like that, and we withdrew that amount, and we're going to give that amount to Genesis so that she can make gold coins, and then she's going to need pieces of gold. Hold on. Now she does have some gold on her already, Genesis, in her shop, but we're going to bring this down, and we're going to give her this to make gold coins. So she has 29 already, and she has enough. So she will make the gold coins for us. I'm not sure why she made these. Let me look at something here. Let's come here and let's look at custom recipes. Let's disable this. Let's disable this. We'll leave that if she wants to make it. And let's disable that. Okay, we don't need her to make those. And so we'll disable. Now, let's see if we can sell these. I don't think we can, but we'll put them here. Let's go and see if we can sell them. So what is she waiting for that she hasn't gotten yet?
I'll take care of it.
Smooth stone. So we might be out of cobble. So we'll have to check and see. This is the one place where we actually need a quarry for the first time ever. I definitely need a quarry. I believe that we might have exhausted all of the stone.
It's a fine day.
I just want to see if we can sell these. It might say that they're useless, and that's what we're going to see. And it says they have no value as a souvenir. Okay, good. All right, so we'll take these out and we'll put them in here.
Okay.
And we're good to go as far as that's concerned. Now Wade has not gone, and this is the thing that happens. He will not go out to the workshop unless I'm over there. So I'll have to go back in a minute or two. Actually, we'll do it tomorrow. We'll look at what everyone's working on for a second. So we now have Maisie working on getting the land ready over here to build this that we need to be built right here. And she's supposed to be working on this. So let me see what she actually is working on, that she's stuck on, and that is the alchemist. And she needed stone. And I'm pretty sure this is still this pumpkin that she needs. And there we go. She's saying I am correct. Hold on. So it says that a farmer will do a pumpkin, but I have yet to have a farmer do one. It says that a farmer is supposed to do one. Now I think we fixed it so that he is the one who's supposed to make it. Does he have a pair of shears? Does he have a pumpkin? He has plenty of shears, he just hasn't gotten any pumpkins. So let's see if we deliver a pumpkin to him. If we can get him to cut it. I have yet to have that happen in any street, in any city where they made the pumpkins. So we'll have to come in and check. And let's look here. Let's see if we have any pumpkins. We have 8 of them, so let's find them. I don't see an indication on the floor. Oh, there it is. There it is. So we'll go down to the fridge where these pumpkins are. And let's just take half of them. And we're going to give them to Nikolai and have him make, see if he will make it if the pumpkins are sitting in his shop. So we're going to cut through here, and this is going to the farms, and we're coming to the farms right here, and we'll put the pumpkins in here. So there are shears. Actually, let's put the pumpkins up here with the rest, right up here with this. So there are shears. We do have some carrots. Potatoes are being grown right now in that field by Kamari. Kamari is growing potatoes in the carrot field. And so far she has a decent amount. She has a 64, and she has a 64 of corn, which is how we got the bird, Polly, because Polly, you need 8 corn, I think it is, in order to get the bird. And let's look here. And we have, the wolf is out of range. Let's bring Rude Wolf back. And there, Rude Wolf is going over the hill again. Polly is within range somewhere. But if we want to see Polly for a minute, we can bring Polly back too. And there we go. So there's Polly right there. And Cannon is right here. Cannon's the trainer. Yes, it is. With a very interesting last name. Revelori? Do I not have that name written in the Akasha records? That's very odd. You'd think that I would have remembered writing that name. I don't remember it, which might mean the canon is not listed in here. The first four people are Madeline, the Fisher, Cash, and Maisie, the builders, and Carter, who is the head librarian. And then we have all sorts of people. And let's see if I can find Cannon. There's a tree farmer. There's Juliana right here. Cannon should be... I knew I didn't remember writing that name. I knew I didn't. And I do not see it. Hold on for a second. Let's bring this down and see if I see. I'm looking at the Akasha records. There's Harrison. We have 50 people. We have close to 60 people now. And Cannon is not listed here. So Cannon came in pretty early on. We had Malachi for sure. I think that we're going to say that Cannon came in before Mallory did. And before Sean. Sean is now our recycler, our environmentalist. V-I-R-O-N-M-E-N-T-A-I-S-T. Running the recycling center. C-Y-C-L-I-N-G center, C-N-T-E-R. Okay, let's put Cannon in after Ishmael and before Mallory. Right here. And his name is Cannon Y. And Revelary. Hold on. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't know what his name is. That's why we're doing this. Revelary. So let's go here. Revelary.
Hi.
Alluri. Reveluri. A-L-U-R-I. And there we go. And he is the animal trainer. And there we have that. It is sunset now. And so this is the day that we're going to have Wade go back out to the site. So we're going to go out to the site now. I think everybody is asleep. Not yet. Let's wait until everyone's asleep. Everyone's tucked in all the different places. We have 2 of these now.
Good to see you.
What is your problem, Remington? Go in. Why can't you go in there? What's stopping you from going in? This trapdoor? Let's take that trapdoor off. Let's look on the other one and make sure that they're not having the same problem. Oh, that's supposed to be attached to the trap door. They seem to be okay. I think they have a little bit more of an edge here. They have a step there that the other one doesn't have. Let me get the trapdoor and the, let me get this piece, and this piece, and let's come over here. Because he's not working on this. This is finished. See? What? This is only a level 2? These are only level 2s with the trapdoor and the thing? I thought these were level 3s. Let's put this here like this. Wait. And that's what that's supposed to look like. And so what's causing the problem, I guess, is that this needs to be brought out one more. I know. Let's bring that out to there. Bring this down here. Bring that down there. I know it makes... This is bad. I know this is bad. But for right now, until they actually put in a stair that goes down this side, which is at what level? Let's put this away for a second. Let me see what level that's at. Let's get the builder tool for a second. This is annoying. Let's come over here and let's X. And let's try that again and go to Incan. And let's go to residence. Let's go to this residence. Level 3. This is a level 3, but it's saying it's a level 2. The level 2 looks like this, a level 3. Tell me that house wasn't saying it was a level 3 at level 2. I mean a level 2 at level 3. Level 4 and a level 5. So there's never stairs on this side. That is fascinating. I thought that there were. This is built up like this on this side, but it's not built up like that on the other side. And yet that's where the entrance is. This is a change in this building? That practically looks like a change in the building. But I don't see any indication of a change. This part all looks the same. That is odd. Yeah, that fireplace and stuff was always there. We always take those out. So I might as well go ahead and build it. They shouldn't take it away, but they might because of these. Right here, if I build a walkway for them. Let's X. We're not going to do this today. We're going over to the outpost today, and then when we come back, when he comes back and we come back from the outpost, then we will do it again. We'll start working on that. That's weird. I thought for sure, but maybe I just did it every single time and I didn't realize that I did. Because we were crossing the river there and we were matching up the land, we decided not to go all the way over to that light right here to put in the tunnel, which would have meant that the tunnel was coming through a natural tunnel that exists right in that area. But we decided to go ahead and build just a rail tunnel through, and this has turned out to be the best decision for doing this. And then coming here, I still have some right here. Interesting. I didn't think I had any left here. Let me cut this down. this isn't needed in this area, so we're going to take that away. Okay, and we're going to go down and spend the night in the armorer's house. We still have some time that we can get a good nap. See that amount of time between the time that the sun comes up? It's kind of the kind of sleep that I've been doing. It really is. On Earth. To get up and to stream at the time that I get up to stream. And the sun, look how bright and beautiful it is. And we heard Mr. Villager's people here waking up and going out. And there's one of the farmers right there. We have a librarian. There's someone actually going into this building. And are they in fact... Oh, we have a couple people here. Cartographer and this guy who won't come down. But he's actually the butcher. The one that won't come down there is supposed to be the butcher. But I can't get him out of that bed. He's like, nope, not coming down. So I might have to take that bed away just to get him to come down and then put it back after he does. Figure out what's going on there. So it's 7 o'clock. We're going to be right here. And, yep. We're going to be right here until he comes back. 7:30, until it says that he's working on this. So far, no one's working on anything, and now it's gotten chilly. I knew that was going to happen. But I'll sit for a while, and it will get chilly. There we are. And then we'll look here. And I still don't have a recognition. People are going to start working, and we should get a notification that Wade is going to work. If I don't have I don't have a notification. All right, so let's cancel the build, and let's do build options. The builder is Wade. Build the building. Now, he might just do that thing where he comes out here and looks at it because I started him over. But so far, he hasn't come, he hasn't even acknowledged the build yet. I think I'm going to have to go halfway down to go back to the town because I didn't spend the night there and come over here first. Come over here in the morning. I think that's why I'm not getting any indication at all from town. So let's come to here and see if this is close enough to give me an indication. It isn't. I don't have any indication that anyone's working. If no one starts working on stuff, that means that there's no food. That's what that means. That they're all sitting in the dining hall. Let's come over and let's look at the dining hall and see what's going on there. It's 10 o'clock in the morning and no one's working. She's still asking for those pumpkins, and in a minute I'm just going to make her one. No one's sitting here. Everyone's here, except Wade is actually here. Wade, what are you waiting for? You're waiting to feed, to get fed, and what do you have that no one wants? has fish, and bread just came in for breakfast, and a bunch of people are eating. Jakari's eating. Brooke is waiting. Santino's waiting. And that is what's going on. Okay, so there is enough food for right now. Marcos, got lots of people walking around, waiting to do some stuff. And Juliana is over here. Grr. So we're not going to get, Wade's not going to go to work today. He's not going to go out to the, by the time he decides on his own to go out there, it'll be too late for him to make the trip. And that's what's happening. A lot of people walking around. They did go to sleep last night, didn't they? Am I looking at this properly? Have they not been asleep in a long time? All citizens are tucked in. I'm beginning to wonder if it doesn't say that every single time. Welcome back. I've got a little problem going on here, and I'm not sure what it is. Nobody's actually working. So let me see what's happening. Let's go this way. Let's see what's happening with the stone, why we're not getting any. What is Tobias doing? Tobias is in this shop here. And let's see why we're not getting any stone. So there's Boone, and Boone is the sifter, and Ellie isn't here. She's the crusher, and she's supposed to be making gravel, and I think we're doing okay with that. Let's see what he's doing. He's not doing anything. Why, Tobias? Why aren't you doing anything? Where's the cobble? Where's the cobble? I know we're using a lot of cobble. Wow. Where is it? Can you imagine? Let's look for cobble and see if there is any. There is. Okay. So I'm going to take some cobble to him, so he can start working on some smooth stone. And we might have to do this thing with them, where we put it in the ovens and then he takes care of it from there. I think I might just go ahead and do that. This door is open. Let's come down here. Let's go to the road here. Let's come over here. We're headed into the masonry area, and we're going to the brickyard. And we're going to put stone here and here. Let's take some of this from here and divide it, and that might be enough. Yeah. Oh, now you're here? Oh. Whoa. Okay. Let's put this back. And I think we're good. Right, Tobias? You're going to take care of that now? Okay. And then let's go to the place where Nikolai is supposed to be. Nikolai is going, this is harvest time. I can't possibly take time to make a pumpkin while there's this food in the field that's going to go bad. And that's why Nikolai hasn't made it yet. It's harvest time. And I don't have time to do that. Fine. You don't have to. Where is it? Let's take one of these. And I forget what you need to do this with. How do you make these? Pumpkin. So we'll look here and see. That's how they make it. A workbench, how it's made. Is it made by doing this and this? this. Do you set it someplace and then do that? Let's set it on the ground right there. And then yeah, that's how we do it. Okay, this is how we do it. Let's pick that up. Let's put this in here. So we just made that. Put these back. And let's get rid of this one because that's the pumpkin we just made. All right, so now let's request a pickup. Request a pickup here, and a courier will be along shortly. $64.64. Those are the things that are in the. Oh, they're not. So we could request a pickup of the potatoes and stuff, and maybe we should place it on the floor and click. Thank you. Thank you very much. You are correct, and that worked. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to. I have pumpkin seeds. Let's just put them here for now, in case we decide to have someone grow pumpkins. It would probably be Kamari growing pumpkins where the corn is at some point. And that's what we could have her do. But for right now, everyone is going to go to bed, and we'll see if we get the indicator. They're acting like they're not working. We can check for a second before the sun goes completely away and see what she needed to finish the alchemist shop right here. She needs framed glowstone, and it's framed with stone, with chiseled stone bricks, so they're waiting for smooth stone. And there's the smooth stone and stone bricks are still being worked on, and those recipes are all recipes that Brooke has. But we're going to go look. This is Brooke right here. And we're just looking for a second. There's the brick made out of stone, so that's why we need a lot. So we don't have anywhere near enough stone in the brickyard, cobblestone in the brickyard being made into stone. So let's come back here and let's get some more. I'm going to end up taking almost all the cobble. Yep. There's the indicators on the floor showing that the stone is in the lower level here. I can see it right here. So let's take these. And let's take 1, 2, 3. He has 3 ovens. So we're going to have him do 3 sets of stone, cobblestone, to make it into stone for all the people who need stone stuff. Are being stopped by that. Okay, so one of these is still working. This one is not. Let's put this in. Let's put this here. Let's put, take this out, and let's put that in. Let's come to here and let's see how much coal there is. We can put this stone here, and then let's go here and fill that up to 64, and fill this one up to 64, and combine these two, and put this back here. So this is the coal that he has left, and he's making that amount of stone. Now she is doing cobble to gravel. So let's switch and let's have her do sand to clay. Absolutely not. We need gravel to sand, and we'll have her do some of that so that we have enough. He has string mesh, but he's up to a level 3, so he can have the other meshes. And let's look for a second mesh, and let's see if they have to have the recipes for these. String, and then the next one is flint, and the stonemason crafts it, and iron, and the blacksmith crafts that. Let's look for those meshes. I think they're automatic. Let me check. Stonemason right here. And that should be on... It might not be here. It might be something that happens automatically. Teach recipe. At what level? Doesn't say anything. All right. Oh. It says it requires research. Okay. Is it going to require flint for the research? Let's come here and let's check. You're back. You missed a bit. How much would you want for the small plots at the sides of the cathedral? What do you mean want for them? You're talking about your people purchasing land there? I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing can be built there until the cathedral is a level 5. It'll just keep taking it away, if I'm not mistaken, but we can check and see in just a minute. What did I come down here for? I'm looking for flint. I hadn't thought about it, actually. I hadn't actually thought about it, so I'll think about it and see. I'm probably going to want cobble. Flint. I have 72, which is over 64. So that should get us the research. If I need it for research, we have enough. So, wait, there's one here. Where's the rest of it? Here it is. And here's the 64. Okay, we have plenty of oak, plenty of leather. We should start having them make some leather clothing. We know that leather chest plates are the best price, and we could do that. Let's go to the university. Maybe some extra greenery. Hold on for a second. Let me see if I can have this building come on. Let me get a road piece. And from Old English, decorations, roads, a straight road piece. Let's see if I can get the university to come, the cathedral to come on. Let's move it into this section here. And let's see if it's gonna come on. Come on, guys. Come on in. You're not gonna? That's coming on, but this isn't coming on. Shoot. Okay. So now let me see if the cathedral will come on. There we go. Okay. So see how far out the cathedral's coming. So this land is still here. This part right here. So you're right. So I'd have to think about that. What do you want to put there? You're talking about putting something there. It's very narrow. It might, but you're saying just for when you achieve level 5 and for a connection being back to avoid any issues. Yeah, if you can build something in this little section right here, that would be fine. That'll be fine. Let's come over here for a second. I'm going to try and get, so I started here. I'm going to go over here really quickly and see if I can get, did everyone go to sleep? It is only showing me all are in bed once, I think, per at the beginning. It seems like it's not doing it for every night. It's possible that people thought that it was spamming or something. Nothing's impossible? That is for sure. You are absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. And we have rare finds, and now we should have people working. And let's see if we can get Wade to come and work on this. So one of two things is happening. Either somebody is not going to bed, and so nobody's working because they're not really getting any sleep. Because I thought we're supposed to get it every night, just so that you know when you can go to sleep. See, notice no one's working. No one started working. So either the same thing happened again where that courier is not getting into that housing. Oh, wait. There he is. There he is without an announcement. Here he comes. Maybe even housing. Housing, I could see housing being there. Little tiny houses that villagers would like. Being on that section right there. That seems fine, actually. All right, so here he is, and he is starting work. And we see him adding pieces. And when he goes back to town, we're going back with him. Because when he goes back to town, he's not going to come back out. And there he goes. All right, so every day this is going to be our thing now. And this is why we put that piece there, so that when he came down here, that piece would keep him from walking the whole way back. So let's go back. So he did some work. So every morning, we're going to have to do that every morning. That every morning he comes down and puts in one or two pieces, and then he goes back. Might be a bit cramped, dense and crowded, but we don't mind much, so it would be interesting. So this is what Mr. Villager is talking about, this piece of ground right here. And it can be right along this area right here, which would actually be nice for putting in some little tiny villager houses. I would like to see what you would arrange. The wall is going to be here. This side of the wall is going to be here. So they can actually come all the way up to the wall. No, he's not driving. It's an automatic car. So he's just turning in his seat to look at the tunnel when he goes back. He's like, you know how when you're sitting in a train or something and you turn around, you know, to look at something behind? That's what he's doing. So yeah, no, he's not moon railing. So let's come over here. So now we got a pumpkin ready for her. And she still hasn't gotten it yet.
So what'll it be for you?
I will work on this. And let's cancel. And let's have her ask for it for the 90th time. And let's see what happens there. There's Brooke. the stonemason. She's going somewhere, probably to the train station. Nope, she's going to the warehouse. She's tired of waiting. She's just going to go to the warehouse and get what she wants. There's Sean. Sean is here. And then there is one of our couriers making a delivery to Giovanni. Where is Liberty? I heard you laughing. So you're not back here. Where are you, Liberty? When was the last time I saw you? What if it's you? Hold on. Let's recall her. Oh, dear. Shoot, I called her from the hospital. See, that's why I don't like calling them. 9 times out of 10 when I call them, that's what happens. They're at the hospital. We're gonna build this right here, right now. So we're gonna come up the side of this in 2 steps. We're going to come back to here, and then we're going to bring this part. And let's see, we actually have to start here. So there's one coming out here. Let's make these go away. They're not going to come this way anymore. And we're going to bring this down right here. And the next section comes to here. Here's that, and then this section right here. Let's have that be there like that. Okay, so now what do I want to put here to make it that they're walking on this part? Why don't we just go ahead and put in a step here. Or we could bring it out farther, bring it out to here. Let's bring it out to here. See this part right here? We could bring it all the way out to here. And we need a step down on this section. So if we have a step down here, so let's take this and make, so I need a couple things here. B. I need lush path, and I need this dirt path, and I need coarse dirt underneath, and that's all I need right now. This goes up here. We can leave that there for a second. Did I take away everything? Hold on. The coarse dirt, I have a couple. I took away all of these. Can't take them all away. All right, coarse dirt right here, and let's put this here. Except I should have started at the top, right? Remember? So we'll start here with this, and we'll do this here. That works for me. And then this means that this is here, and this has to be coarse here. And let's come here, and let's put in coarse here, because we're going to put this right there. Let's see how far out this comes. This might be pretty far. And right here, we need this to be lush. Right there. This is what this looks like so far. And right here, we need coarse. Why don't we have it come like that? And there's that piece, and then we need this piece here, and then right here, let's put in the coarse. This here, and then put in this right here, and right here onto this part right here. I think, yeah, nah. Sorry, Josie. I know you want to do it that way, but too bad. I see it. I understand what you're saying. And I'm getting there. I probably should have just gone ahead and done just regular stair pieces in this area, but I didn't. So this is what we've got here. All the way out to here. So when they come here, they can go up. And then they can go in here. This is preserved. And this is saying it's a level 2 when it's a level 3. That's actually saying it's a level 2 and this is actually a level 3 building. Which is fascinating. Now I should have something here so that they can't be pushed off the sides, and to hide the fact that that is 2 different colors there, but it's more about putting up a fence rail right in this area here so that they can't be pushed off the sides of this part. Oops, I think I'm gonna have to leave that. They can't hurt themselves if they fall from here, but they can if they come from here. So we'll bring this part around like this and put in ladder this part. If you want, if there's to be housing, we wouldn't mind sharing some dividends based on tax that might be imposed. Will there be any? No. Only because the type of situation that we have, land use wouldn't require, it doesn't require tax in this area. Let's get some fence. Here's some in the windows, and so we'll do this. We'll make a corner here and bring this right over this part, and we'll just put this here. And then they can do whatever they want when they get to this part right here. They can go down the regular way. So there we have it. So they have this elaborate thing that takes them down to the ground, and this is actually the road here. And the road, they're probably on the road at that point. Sorry. There is a bed here. Let's go in and go to sleep. And then we'll go back to the outpost. So we have 2 people here. I'm going to sleep in the top bunk. And it is definitely not showing me people going to bed.
Time to go to sleep.
It is not showing that at all. So let me see them using this. I'm going to stand right here and watch them go out. Hi. Hi, Liberty. Which way are you going to go? Courier just went out of that door. Are you going to use that door, people? Is something stopping you from going out here? Or are you just waiting for me? Are you trying to figure out how to get out? That is actually stopping you. Ooh, I bet they don't know that. This is stopping them. Fascinating. Okay. Why don't we just go ahead and put a door here? That's stopping them. That original style piece there is stopping them from getting out. Let's get the door, the spruce door. This door will work here. And can we put it... Nope, we need to put it on this side right here so that it opens... Oh, that's horrible. This side and have it open this way. Okay, so at least it opens this way. All right, that is so curious. That's actually stopping them. Let's come over here and see if they're having the same problem. Let's take this down and this. How come it's working for them, but it's not working for the others? Isn't that curious? Unless they're taking this way out. Aha. And what's this? Is this a door here? And you're using this door. We're going to take these doors away. Let's bring this back on this side just a little tiny bit right here. I know that's too high up. I know it is. But they're not coming this way, so we need this door entrance here to be open. And it's coming right down to here and here for now, so we can get them to come this way. Let's do this door here, opening like that. That door is working. Let's come over here and do this door here. Wrong way. Opening like that. Okay, we're putting doors there. They're going to take the doors away. Wait, what happened to your way down? What happened to your way down here? Does a tree grow into this area? How are you getting down? Hold on. We're going to have to remove the tree, so I need another tree, another sapling. Oak, sapling. These are trees that we have to replace. So let's come here, and let's put this piece in, on this side. See, they already had a piece here. Let's put this here and this here, and then put this piece here and down here. I know I didn't get to the outpost. This is the problem with the outpost, that I'm not getting to it. All right, let's put that in, and right here let's put in course, and then put that, and they're coming up to here and coming up to the door and opening it and going in. Because something's going on with sleep, and so we're trying to see exactly what it is. So now they can come to here. Let's that works there. Let's take this back and put that there. Okay, and they can come out that side, and over here. Where's their side like that? It's right here. Let's take this away and put in a door here. Okay, I'll accept that. And then let's do pathing right off the hill right here. And let's see how big this is. So we need a piece down right here. And this is what takes time in towns. A piece down here to here, which means we have to put in course underneath and put this piece here, and then because we're taking this away, and have this piece be here, and then we can have this piece. Let's put the course in just in case, and put this piece here, and if we want we can just go ahead and shovel, or since I don't have a shovel handy, I'm just going to put that there. because that's the road. This one is a problem, and I think I'm actually going to have to put in stairs here because I don't like this coming out like this to this part right here, because it's beyond the road part here. So let's go ahead and put in this, 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 and right here, let's just put this in. Okay, let's take these away. We're just going to put in dirt here. We're going to put in stairs right on those parts. So we can push this back to here and put the stairs in right here and right here. Let's look at stairs for a second. Let's look at spruce. I know. It is interesting. There are some curious things. I have some curious things that I notice about me, some changes in me that are most fascinating to me. And yeah, then we can have this part be here like this. So they're going to come up to here like that. They can come back here, but I really want it to be that they're not really falling. There are horses, and that's the other thing too. See? So I don't want them breaking their neck coming down into this area. And yeah, we do have this back part here on here, and we're thinking that we might run the train. Yeah, we might run the train through there. I'm looking at these sections. I'm looking at that. And so now we've covered both of the ways that they can get up. Here, that they can get up here. There we go. This is why we put it in, so we don't have green underneath like that. And right here, and this part is fine, and they can come up to here and open the door and go in, and they're not going to fall off. And look at the beautiful sunflowers we have in the Coconino areas here. We don't need this or this. These go back into here, so let's put them back. What is that just didn't go someplace? Lush dirt path. Oh, we only had one of those. Okay. And that should actually be here. And this is, of course, dirt and dirt. And this piece should actually be there. And this is andesite. And these are for teaching. And this is leftover stuff of mine. And what is that in the corner? What are you doing here? Polished diorite. Let's take this out. And let's put it here. So, another day has gone by. Another day has gone by. Oh my God, and we're done. That is the full 3 hours. What did we do? Whoa. Well, we decided on the rest of the campus, the university campus. We have a new building going into the campus that's going to be started in a little bit, but we need to get the wood up from the river. And so we have her right here. Let's do a lantern here. I'm just going to put a lantern here for right now, so I know that's there. Let's put a lantern here for right now, so we know that those two places are there. So these two, this is what we did. We decided on that. They take their time. It's a new moon, and we know that Josiah is going to work on putting in a dining hall right here, since he's finished doing the kitchen underneath. and we put a market piece over top of the kitchen because the kitchen entrance is outside of the dining hall. The way I'm using this, I want to use an underground dining hall, and there right now isn't an area for this to come. So let me take this and bring this up to here so that it's easier. And this is not being worked on, so we might as well have a lamp sit there and one sit here. And that way there is some light in this area for what's going on in this area here. And because there's the dining, and those parts of the university campus are what we are working on. And then the outpost is being worked on. We have to get some research done, which we will do next time. And that's probably going to be done on Twitch when we get to it. And we're still working on the outpost. I remember that he said that it could take a very long time, and I'm fine with it taking that long. And so we just have to be a little bit more consistent with the fact that we must every morning go to the outpost so that he at least goes to the outpost once a day. And that's the thing that we want to try and do. And so that's it for now. We started right here. This is where we started the stream, right on the hill for the cathedral. And we can see the moon up above us, the new moon, which is interesting. We can see the new moon on the planet Minecraft. Can't see a new moon on Earth, but we can see it on the planet Minecraft. So here we go. Mr. Villager, thank you for being here. We're sorry that that music person was not interested in actually being a nice person, because it was fun having someone else in chat. Enjoy your games, everybody. Enjoy watching all the other gamers. We've been listening to Drone Hands music, and you can find the links for Drone Hands music in my About on YouTube, and he's also on Twitch as well. And here we go. We're going to listen to Vincentius Primus now. So bye for now, everyone. And making the kitchen like that is more interesting anyway. Yeah, it is. I agree, which is why we have all these underground kitchens. And I will give him the message, because I don't think he's on. I think he's doing something. He's working. Wow. Okay, so here we go. Bye for now. Bye for now, everyone.